up, Woody Nerdigans? This is the one and only Packer Girl 89 of Nerdigans. And today's Manga Nerdigan live reaction video is going to be for Black Lagoon chapter 121. But before I get into this recap and live reaction, we are at war with YouTube's algorithm, and it is slowly but surely killing my channel. And in order to defeat this algorithmic beast, we need you to please hit that like, share, and subscribe buttons. And because of course this channel, let alone this video, are not sponsored, if you love what we're doing and want to help keep me, my adorable little puppy kitty who's somewhere around here, hopefully being good kitties, and this operation, well, again, literally alive and kicking, so we can keep bringing you more anime and manga content, whether it be news, analysis, or live reactions like this one. Feel free to hit up our Cash App, PayPal, and Coffee. Links are in the description box below, as well as the link to our Patreon where we are doing our anime live reaction content, because unlike YouTube, where we constantly have to worry about getting a copyright strike for showing anything on the screen, well, Patreon, we don't have to worry about that, so we can have our full setup of the anime and manga side by side and have the audio to boot, which is not only great for busting a botched localization or two, but it's great for when we cover anime original content like, say, Digimon Beat Break. And the more views and subscribers we get on Patreon, the more anime we'll cover. And hell, if you're a $10 patron, you get to choose the series we cover as well. And there is a stacked fall anime season in full swing, in which we're covering Twisted Wonderland, Digimon Beat Break, Gachi Kuda, Togenanki, Sanda, Boku no Hero Academia Final Season, and Spy Family Season 3. And there's even more on the way, so please check out our Patreon. The link is in the description box below. So last chapter of Black Lagoon, we got the return of Roberta! Oh my god, it's been so long since we've seen her, but yes, we have the return of Roberta. So let's get into this chapter and see what's in store for us today. Here we go. And this chapter is titled El Requiem de los Amados Part 5. If I have butchered that Spanish, I am extremely sorry. Fine, then I objected, but it is the headmaid's orders. However, if I may say a word as the coordinator of this hacienda, even though you have the headmaid's consent, the meeting can be canceled at my discretion. Please remember that. No, let me sure. Oh my god, of course. Now, none of you is such a tight ass. We're all friends here. So instead of the tattooed woman, you've come in her place. Your personality certainly is well suited to that city. Oh my god! You seem so calm and collected, but I've heard that's not quite true. So you want to dance? I'm sure, like, seriously, calm the fuck down, woman. I'm sure the two of you would put on a good show, but that's not what I came here for. Let's stay focused. Yeah. Chill, woman. You're right. Sorry you had to see that. I apologize. Young master. Ah! It's him! Oh my god! It's been forever since we've seen GARCIA. Holy shit! He's grown up! Young master, they're here. GARCIA! He's so cute! It's been a long time, Mr. Rock. I can't believe it. Nah, I can't right now. We can't handle any big items for a while. Sorry about that. Dutch! Yay! A transport request? Logistics are held up because the triad sealed off the major roads, so our business is good because of it. Organizations we wouldn't normally work with are coming to us with jobs. Hey, that's good. That is good for business. But I'm worried about what's coming. Oh, it's war. It is a war. Revy, what's going on with Rock? Well, beats me. Beats me. I'm not his babysitter. How should I know what he's doing over there? Well, god damn, I don't know whose crews they are, but armed vehicles are constantly coming and going on the major roads. Things are starting to get dicey. Well, the cartel wars are coming. Welcome to my hacienda. I was surprised to hear you were paying me a visit. Fabiola has already briefed me. I took a look at the files you brought. You want my company to tender a bid on a silver mine in Mexico. Do I understand it correctly? The governor of Sonora is deeply concerned about the state of the mining industry since NAFTA went into effect. He knows your father well, too. Not only that, I have his assurance that if Hermosa Verde, which you own, tenders a genuine bid, he won't hesitate to give his full support. See. The Cananea mine's rate of return is high compared to other mines for the actual miners themselves. But here's the thing, though. Even if this works, are just gonna let it go. I honestly don't know. The cartels, they're not like the Yakuza where they're honorable like that. Or like the would I even say the mafia? Like the Italian mafia like that? Where they'll just let it go? Nah, the Italian mafia will pull a stunt. Yakuza are really honorable when it comes to that shit. But like, the cartels, they don't fuck around like that. Nah, they don't give a fuck. They will do whatever it takes to get what they want by any means necessary. And that's why you're seeing the people rise up in Mexico. Because so many people are dying, and the government, and Mexico has, for the most part, and you could correct me if I'm wrong, Mexicans, my Mexican viewers, as effectively, and it has been going in this direction for a long time, let's be real, become a narco state. It's really sad. Let's see. The condition is an annual salary that exceeds what the Canadian mining company proposed. But are the cartels just gonna let him do that? Or are they gonna threaten him? That'll lead to revitalizing the city too, won't it? I see. First and foremost, Hermosa Verde seeks a healthy relationship with the residents. This vigilante group in Kenya you speak of, I see them as akin to a drug cartel. I'd like to hear your thoughts on that. I know the leader of Los Eses, his wish is peace for the city. That's it. If the city can sustain itself with the mine, the drug business will eventually become unnecessary. Will it? I heard he's waging a war of vengeance against the Russians in Ronapur. I find it hard to believe that peace in the city is the only thing he wants. If you choose the path of the Bandito, you gotta obey the code of the Bandito. The purpose of developing the mine is to stop their banditry, isn't it? So which came first, the chicken or the egg? That's how I see it. I agree. Young master, these people are nothing but criminals. This is a waste of time. This meeting is, Mr. Rock, you are very good at scheming. However, I believe you got a certain level of ethics and your plans are sincere. Though there is some truth to what you said. Very well. But above all, Roberto let you through, so I'll trust you once again and move forward with your proposal. I think I totally see where Garcia's coming from, though. The chicken and the egg analogy is really appropriate for this. It really is. Because again, you're not dealing with Yakuza here. You're dealing with drug cartels. They're a whole different beast. I'll pay a visit. Oh, you better be heavily guarded, bro. I'll pay a visit to Kenya next week. We'll stay in touch. Thank you. I'll be praying for the operation to be a success. Dage, it's Biu. What's the situation? Not good. They were gone by the time I arrived. This is the 11th place they've targeted. They're hitting us on the getaway routes. Dage, what? Could they be outside the city? I don't even want to think about it, but at the moment, that seems likely. Dude, I really hope that Garcia doesn't die. I really hope that Garcia doesn't die because of this shit. I really hope so. I really hope he doesn't die. If we want to strike back, we gotta be prepared for the worst. When we've sealed off major roads and set up when we sealed off major roads and set up checkpoints, a leak could start anywhere, Dage, which is very true. Also, Running runs on its nightlife. Setting up any more checkpoints would mean shutting down the whole city. You're absolutely right. That would be a serious problem. Biu, yes. Grease probably gave every snitch in the city plenty of nose candy to prevent any information. I mean, like... But here's the thing, though! If you snort up too much cocaine, it's gonna cause your nose to cave in. And I'm not just it's not just even a literal situation either. It means, from a metaphorical standpoint, there's gonna be some information leaking too. Up the ante and get them to sell their info to us. Because you're dealing with junkies here. Like, you could give the junkies, like, as much drugs as possible. But, like, do you not know what drugs do to people? Like, drugs, like, free of inhibition, man. They will make you, like, you will say just about anything under the influence. I've seen it and I've lived it. That's all I will say. And cocaine is not one of them. And I'll tell you why cocaine is not one of them. Is because my mom, for those of you that don't know, worked in neuro ICU at UCSF for over 30 years. And she scared the shit out of me with all this, because she took care, obviously, of cocaine patients. And, yeah, she scared the shit out of me with a lot of the stories about her cocaine patients. So it's like, yeah, I was like, yeah, I will never, ever, 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 ever do cocaine because of that. I do not want my nose concave. I don't want to, like, destroy, I already broke my nose, and, like, deviated my septum and had to have, like, 2 nose surgeries. I'm not gonna, like, snort anything and, like, destroy my nose from cocaine. That's just never gonna happen to me. But anyways, understood. I'll get on it right away. Good, get it done. Here we go. Maybe I should take out some insurance. Some insurance is probably a good idea. Hello, Alejandro and Gadaros Entertainment Agency. This is Chang of the Triad. Is Lobos there? Let's see. One moment. I'll get him. Thanks. It's me. Sorry, Lobos. Any update on what Grease's guys are up to? They're operating under a different chain of command from my office. I have absolutely no idea what they're doing. But as a member of the council, I have a responsibility to resolve the situation. This mess he started, it's come to a point where there's no turning back. Lobos, you brought him in. You can only you can end it. I'd like to hear how you're gonna do that. Jefe Guerrera back home doesn't understand how things are done in Ranapur. I was here during the chaos of '94. I could convince him that Grease's way won't work. Lobos, you like the odds? Of course, Chang. Los SS are nothing more than a weapon for our country. When push comes to shove, they're a peripheral organization we could cut ties with. I have experience on the ground here. If I talk to the boss, he'll weigh the pros and cons. Okay, Lobos, but Grease has to know that you might stab him in the back. If you need to lay low, just give me the word. I got a few places I could provide, okay? Listen, Chang, I got my pride too. I won't be asking you for help. Well, if you get taken out, all negotiations will end. So if you sense any danger, oh my god. So if you sense any danger, you run. The council will protect you. Don't forget that. Sure, thanks. Uh-oh. Boss, we got a strong tip on their hideout from one of our contacts. Don't mobilize our guys yet. I need to see the Jefe first. Yes, boss. When will you leave for Mexico? As soon as I could book a ticket. It'll be an unscheduled meeting, but I'll make him squeeze it in. While I'm gone, I want you guys to... yeah, that was not planned! Yeah! Shit! Protect the boss! Yeah, you guys are fucked! This way, boss, hurry! Get him in the car! Go to the Hot River Film Company. It'll be... Oh no, the dogs! No, not the dogs! Good job. Place looks cleared. It's unfortunate, but we gotta finish off any survivors. We have to send a message. Well, yeah, using dogs will definitely do that. Oh, the poor dog. No, the doggos. Yo, what's up, Lobos? The moon's beautiful tonight. Let's go for a ride. Dude, they use... Is that... Hold on, is that Ferrari? Hold up. Is he riding in a Ferrari? I need to investigate this. It looks like... Oh... It looks like a Lexus. Because I'm looking at the insignia on the front of the car, and it looks like an L. So, because I was like thinking, the way, like, I got a little confused because, or why did I say insignia? The ornament. Because the ornament on the door is something you would see. It looked more like a Ferrari ornament. And then the one on the hood looks more like a Lexus. Like an L for a Lexus. But I don't think that's it. Or Is that a Porsche? Oh no! Hold on a second. Hold on. Let me check this, because this will really piss me off if I'm wrong. There's no way that's definitely like the car is definitely like a 90s car. It is. But it's just the freaking ornament, man, that's throwing me off. Because it looks like because part of me's like, dude, that looks like an old school Ferrari. Well, maybe it's a little too small for that. Maybe it is a Lexus. Let me know in the comment section what you guys think it is, because it's definitely not like, because the ornament is basically saying, yeah, that is not a Porsche, that is not a Lambo, that is definitely not a Ferrari. That's gotta be at the very, it's gotta be like a, I really think that, because that ornament, I don't think it could, I don't know, I'm very curious what you guys think that car is. Let me know in the comments what car it is. But dude, those dogs, man, holy shit. Those dogs, oh my fucking god. Yo, they aren't playing SS ain't playing around. No way. SS ain't playing around. But the question is, though, is will he listen to GARCIA? I honestly don't know. I think, in all honesty, I think they're too far gone. Part of me is like, I think they're just way too far gone. If this would have been earlier on, like right as they were getting into the cartel business, I think they could have gotten out and everything like that. I think they could have been spared from the ugliness of the cartel life and all that. But because they're in this deep now, I honestly don't think there's a way for them to go back now. There's no way. Even though Rock is giving them a way out, I don't know. This isn't, as I said, this isn't like the Yakuza, or like, part of me wants to be generous and say like even the Italian mafia to an extent would maybe give a little bit of grace. That's like being extremely generous. But this is the cartels. They don't fuck like that. No, once you're on, and same with the mafia too, to an extent with the mafia. Like once you're on their shit list, you are fucked. You are fucked. But like with the mafia though, you can get off of their shit list. The cartels, you can't do that. You have to definitely go out of your way to get off of the mafia's hit list. But there's a way. Cartels, they don't fuck around like that. That's why I'm like, I think it might be too late. And I'm really hoping that's the direction this manga is going to go in. I really hope I'm really hoping the direction of this manga shows like the true brutality of the cartels. I really do. And that does include I really don't, again, I do not want GARCIA to die. I love GARCIA. I really do. And I love Roberta as well. But I really want Black Lagoon to really show how brutal these cartels are. Like, because Mexico, if you don't know how Mexico is, to my fellow Mexican viewers, well, I'm not Mexican, so like that was probably worded incorrectly, I'm sorry. To my Mexican viewers, I want to know how you want this to be depicted. Do you want Hiroe to really show, especially right now, do you want Hiroe Sensei to really depict how awful the cartel situation is down in Mexico? Because to me, I feel like, as I said, I feel like Los Eses is just way too deep. I just don't see a way, even if they manage to succeed in this transaction, I don't think it's going to succeed for that long. I just don't see it. There's no way the cartels are going to allow it to happen. They will find a way to get them out, find a way to gain control of that territory by any means necessary. And that means killing all of them. And that does include killing Garcia. So I'm really hoping, I'm curious what Hiroe's going to do. I'm really, really curious. I really, as much as I love Roberta and I love Garcia, I'm very curious if we're going to see at least the death threats from the cartels, or if we're going to see them, like, straight up kill them, or, see them, like, just straight up kill, like, the essays in general. I'm very curious about that. But let me know your thoughts in the comment section below, what you guys think. And remember to like, comment, share, and subscribe to Nerdigans Inc. Love what we're doing and want to help keep this operation alive and kicking so we can keep bringing you more Black Lagoon content. A few ways you could do that. Donate to our Cash App, PayPal, Patreon, Coffee. Purchase something off our Amazon wish list. All that's in the description box below. Also, make sure you follow us on Twitter, Twitch, Discord, friend us on PlayStation Network. That's in the description box below as well. Until next time, Nerdigans, I will be seeing you later. Bye.